Hi folks, I'm meteorologist Matt Barentine. Now is the time to get ready. We are looking at a serious situation here with what is now Hurricane Sally. There have been some changes today and really none of them are any good for our area, okay? This is all not good that we've seen here for today. First off, there's the 3D imagery of it. Obviously, this thing is growing into quite the system here as we've gone through the day-to-day. Winds now are 90 miles per hour with Hurricane Sally. It's going to get up to at least Category 2 strength here as it makes its way towards us. And I want you to notice here, look how it sort of jogs around before it becomes as a tropical storm, then it becomes the hurricane. You see it kind of goes a little loop-to-loop. That isn't because it went out there and did that over the Gulf. What happened was that the center of this storm fell apart and then it reformed off to the north and east, about 20-25 miles off to the north and northeast. So, well, what that does is it completely changes the forecast cone by about 20-25 miles because it's on a new trajectory. Instead of, doing like this, now it's doing like this, okay? New trajectory. You start something in a new spot, it goes to a new spot. So that's what we're looking at here with Sally. And like I said, that brings it 20-25 miles closer to us at least. So new trajectory, not good news for us. Hurricane warning now up across Baldwin, Mobile counties, then all the way over into Louisiana. We got tropical storm warnings here over into the Panhandle. So with the storm likely coming closer to us, maybe getting the core impacts from the system, our storm surge is going to be higher. In fact, this is likely to be the highest storm surge we've had since Hurricane Katrina in Mobile Bay. Okay, so remember what Katrina did to the Mobile Bay area back in 2005. This is probably not going to be that high, thankfully, but it's going to be the second highest that we've seen since then, since 2005. 4 to 7 feet. That's going to cause some major issues in spots with storm surge. Here is the storm itself on the radar, and this is going to be important to watch this radar as we go through tonight and going into tomorrow to see exactly where this is going to end up going. It had a little trick on us today. It did that, reformed its center about 20-25 miles to the north, which is changing the overall trajectory of this system. Right now, pretty quiet. So this is the time to get ready. Already lines around the block for folks getting gas right now. So if you got to do that, it's going to be tough. Grocery stores, I'm sure, are about the same thing. So this is the time, though. This is we're up against the wall at this point. We're going to see these things pick up, these rain bands, as we go into this evening. And tomorrow, folks, it's going to be really nasty. It's going to be really terrible for driving around. And even on into parts of Wednesday, it'll still be pretty nasty in the morning. All right, so what are we looking at here? Well, the system's right about here. And in the upper levels of the atmosphere, these are the winds up at 30,000 feet, and they are pushing on it. They're coming in out of the west, and they're pushing on Sally. They're pushing that storm. And that's why it's just not going to be able to go much farther to the west. It's going to slow down and maybe even stall out. It's going to get slowed down to at least walking speed, like 3 miles an hour. Think about that, walking speed. That's why this is going to be such an impactful system. Not just the winds. I know we always get focused on that, but when you slow something down to walking speed like this, it gives it a long time until we can actually make it all the way through. This is going to be a long event. And the whole time, we're going to be on the right side of it, getting a bunch of rain. So here are the models. And I want you to notice these ones right here, because these ones are in the right place. All these start in the wrong place, so you can just throw those out the door. None of them are any good. These are in the right place to start off with, and they show it going even from Biloxi to about Mobile Bay. That's what they're showing for now. Of course, we're just going to have to really watch the radar trends to see exactly where this thing ends up. Here's the official forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. They have it as a Category 2, 105 mile per hour winds, and I know we all focus on the center part of that cone. But with everything we're looking at, a lot of the things we're looking at shows more of an easterly track to this storm. And it's been that way the last day or so. Every time the cone has come up, we keep having to see it shift eastward, shift eastward. So we're going to have to really watch out because we are fully in the east side of that cone with a landfalling Category 2 hurricane. Serious situation here for us. A slow-moving Category 2 hurricane that's going to dump a lot of rain, and it's going to bend around and continue to dump rain on us even after it makes landfall. All right, so let's go ahead and check out one of the models. This is our high-resolution model, HRRR. And just south of us here at 6 o'clock tonight, we go into the evening, we go to midnight, and boy, look at that. Now we're really seeing some of those rain bands. That's why I'm saying, like, now is it. Next few hours, this is the time you have to get ready. Once it gets dark tonight, things are going to go downhill. And as we go into the tomorrow morning, look at this. This is why I know a lot of schools have canceled for tomorrow. Hopefully a lot of businesses are doing the same thing. This is going to be awful to be out on the roads. We don't want folks out and about in this, okay? And that starts tomorrow morning. It's going to start getting really nasty. Now you notice here, this is the high resolution model. Look at the center here. It's pretty far to the east on that forecast cone, isn't it? Yeah, it's just south of us. That's Mobile Bay right there. That's Dauphin Island. That's Fort Morgan Peninsula. Remember, this is one model. And don't get too focused in on one model because these are going to shift around some more. I'll tell you that right now. But they are showing the possibility that we could get this thing right up into our area. And this is, we're talking tomorrow at this time. It's only 24 hours away. And we're getting significant impacts there. And the high resolution model basically keeps it right there, barely moving all day long along our coastline. I hope that is not what happens exactly with this system. I really do, because that's going to be pretty bad. So, I'm not here to scare you or anything like that, but this, I almost feel like this one's kind of snuck up on people. You saw it as maybe a Category 1 storm or upper end tropical storm and didn't think much of it. This is going to be significant because of two things. It's speed, slow speed, and the amount of rain it drops on us. Now, there's going to be some wind effects and surge effects along our coastlines, but only so many of us live right along the coastline. A lot of us live inland. Well, inland folks, you're going to get it too. We're talking big amounts of rain here, more than a foot of rain in a lot of spots. We could see spots get 2 feet of rain in isolated areas. It's that kind of deal here for us with Sally. The winds, oh, look at that. We just got a wind gust of 35 in Mobile, so getting close to tropical storm strength there with a wind gust. About actual wind speeds, let's go ahead and check the buoy there off of Orange Beach, about 15, 20 miles out. Currently, the winds east at 36 miles an hour. That's the steady wind. The gusts, 47. Waves, look at that. They've picked up to 14 feet. Last half hour, they had 12 feet. So that's how quickly things are changing out there in the Gulf, already picking up. All right, so what do we need to know? We are under hurricane warning. This is a for real one. This isn't one that maybe will happen or whatever. This is a real one. We're going to get serious impacts from this storm. No matter exactly which little track it ends up taking, we'll get serious impacts from the storm. Of course, the biggest impact is most likely going to be the amount of rainfall. It's going to be awful, like I said, on the roads on Tuesday, and even into first parts of Wednesday, likely still pretty bad on the roads and starting tonight. So we got to keep folks off the roads because that's going to be an issue. Of course, that causes some flooding along our rivers and our streams. Those could all be a situation we're dealing with. Obviously, we also got some surge deal. I just showed that. We're looking at anywhere from 4 to 7 feet around Mobile Bay. Tornadoes, right-hand side of a landfalling tropical system. There are spin-up tornadoes. And, of course, there's going to be some wind issues, especially along our coastline where the winds are strongest. So there is a lot to be concerned with here with Hurricane Sally. Everybody, like I said, it's not time to panic, but this is it. This is all the time you have left to get ready. So if you got to get something done, do it now and get ready to ride out this storm through the day, through tonight, through the day tomorrow, and even into the first part of Wednesday before it finally pulls away. It's going to be, once again, a very slow event, a very long running event, and one that's going to be very significant for us here on the Gulf Coast. Of course, here at Fox 10 News, we are going to take you through it every step of the way. I'm meteorologist Matt Barentine. Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith is in as well. We'll be riding along with you all night, giving you all the latest here on Hurricane Sally.